Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making a recipe for cupcakes, and these cupcakes are really easy. Even a child can make them. So if you're a beginner, then this recipe is for you. So without further ado, if you want to see more recipes from me, click the subscribe button and the notification bell on the side so you'll be the first one to know when I'm uploading new videos. So let's get started. For the ingredients, I'm using 2 cups of all-purpose flour, but you can use cake flour if you prefer. And if you use cake flour, leave out the baking powder. I'm using 4 ounces of guava paste, a 1/4 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, 2 large eggs, a 1/2 cup of milk, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So I'm starting with dry ingredients. I'm adding 2 cups of flour that I'm going to sift so that I can remove any lumps. Next, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, if you're using salted butter, leave out the salt in this recipe. I'm adding 1 cup of sugar. And next, I'm going to add my wet ingredients. I'm adding 1 stick of butter, melted butter. And I'm going to add in 2 eggs. Next, I'm going to be adding in a 1/2 cup of milk. And at this point, you want to slow your mixer down if your mixer is going high speed because you don't want to have your milk splatter all over the kitchen. And lastly, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And this is my homemade vanilla extract. If you want to see how I made it, I'll leave a link below this video in the description and in the comment section. Next, you're going to fill your tray with cupcake liners, and you can use a scooper to scoop equal amounts of batter into the cupcake liners. You want to make sure all the cupcakes are around the same amount, because if not, then when you bake them, the cupcakes won't be the same size. So you want to try to get them. They're not going to be perfect, but you want to try to make sure they're at least the same, around the same size. Once I finish filling up my liners, I'm going to melt some guava paste. I'm using 4 ounces of guava to a 1/4 cup of water. And I melted it for about 1 minute in the microwave. Now I'm just going to add about a 1/2 teaspoon of melted guava paste to my batter. But if you prefer to add more guava paste, you can. Some people like to add chunks of guava paste into their cupcakes. I don't like it that way because when you eat it, you're eating big chunks of guava, unmelted guava, because not all the time does the guava melt completely. So this is the reason why I like to melt my guava first and add a little bit inside the batter. And once you're done, you're going to use a toothpick or a skewer to swirl the guava paste around to give it a marbled look. If you're still watching my video up until this point and you're enjoying it, please give my video a like and leave a comment below. And if you want to see further recipes, subscribe to the channel. So we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees and bake the cupcakes for 30 minutes. I'm putting the cupcakes on the center rack of my oven so that it doesn't overcook at the bottom or the top. So now I'm just going to check my cupcakes to see if they're ready. And I'm using a skewer. You can use a toothpick. And you're going to just stick the toothpick in the middle. And if it comes back dry, then your cupcakes are ready. So now I'm going to remove my cupcakes, and I love this silicone cupcake tray because you can just push the cupcakes up from the bottom and they pop right out really easy. Okay, so after you remove your cupcakes from your baking tray, you want to put them on a baking rack, and you're going to let them cool off for about a half an hour. And once they are cooled off, then you're going to start icing them. I'm using the standard size pastry tip Wilton 2D because it gives you big, fluffy, professional swirls on top of your cupcakes. And it's great for beginners. I'm going to start icing my cupcakes, and I'm going to start in the center and just swirl outward. I like to add my icing this way because it looks more like an ice cream cone. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to fill the inside of the cupcakes. Now, some people like to cut the center out of the cupcake. I really don't like to do that, but let me just show you what I mean. So you're going to just take a paring knife and you're going to just put a circle, cut a circle around, and you're going to just take out the inside and fill in the cupcake that way. To me, I don't like it that way because you're losing part of the cupcake. So the other way that I like to use, the one that I usually use, is very simple. You're going to just take the tip of your pastry bag and you're going to just poke a hole into the center of your cupcake, and you're going to squeeze the icing in until you feel the cupcake start to swell. And then you're going to swirl the rest of the icing on top of the cupcake. And that's as simple as it gets. So this is the way I like it. So I'm going to do the rest off camera and I'll be right back. Look at how pretty these cupcakes turned out. Now, even though the cupcakes are nice the way they are, I have one more thing that I'm going to add to it. And no, it's not sprinkles. So I got these bowls for $1.25 at the dollar store. They came 12 in a pack. And when I saw them the other day, I decided to get them to decorate the cupcake. Instead of putting sprinkles on top or multicolored swirls or whatever, I decided to just keep it plain. And this right here looks really pretty. And sometimes less is more. And this is a great idea for any special occasion like weddings, anniversaries, Valentine's Day, any birthday party. So, you can just change up the ribbons to different colors according to the theme that you're having. And, if you want to add anything to the top, you can, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea on how to decorate your cupcake. So I'm going to show you what the inside looks like. This is the first cupcake that I made. This one has no filling inside. And I love making cupcakes because they are so delicious and they're so versatile. You can fill the insides with so many different fillings like chocolate, dulce de leche, strawberry, raspberry, whatever, you name it. Now I'm going to show you what the inside of my second cupcake looks like. And this is the one with the filling. But this cupcake is, like I said, really easy to make. Your children can even help you make it. They can make their own designs or whatever. This is definitely a kids-friendly recipe. So this is my second cupcake that I'm showing you guys, and this is the one with the cream in the center. And look at how yummy this is. So, want to take a bite? Delicious. Well, guys, it's time for me to go, but I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. And if you want to see more recipes like this, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will be notified when I'm uploading new videos. Until next time, thanks for watching.